Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Got another battle on the Malinovka map in a light tank, and it's EBR Assassin, this time in the T-100 LT. This is the Tier 10 Soviet light tank. It's got excellent view range and a reasonably punchy gun, but not known for its DPM. But yeah, we'll see how well he can play this. So it's come to this fairly aggressive bush here, but this is, I think, a choice you make when you're trying to see the tanks heading for the hill. The other spot is the row of bushes that you used when he was in the ELC a couple of days ago. But yeah, that's going to cover another part of the map. All right, so it's done the early spotting. Didn't get any spotting damage out of that. Now it's heading to the other side of the map here. Okay, now it's just been spotted here. Now it's most likely the enemy light tank, which happens to be another T-100 LT, and just is marking the bush there, saying, "Yep, that's where I expect it to be," and I think that's exactly correct. Not necessarily the exact bush, of course, but in that row. So I'm trying to give a hint to his team that that's where to shoot. Now, looks like the E3 that's sitting there has copped a beating getting into position, and that would be that T-100 LT that the enemy side spotting them out. Alright, so he knows that's not going to be terribly productive until they can spot the enemy light tank. So heading back to different part of the map here. We've got a few tanks on the hill, but we need some spotting in this middle part of the map, I think. Now they know the Leopard has moved into a position further up, but what other tanks are there? They've got quite a few mediums here. They've got two Leopard 1s, Batchat and a Progetto 65. Alright, so he's still spotting tanks that are going up the hill, just to get an idea of the view range of this particular vehicle. He's going to move forward now to see if he can spot anyone just on the other side of the map here, where that Leopard 1 might have been. There you go, spotted a Batchat. He hasn't been spotted himself yet, so putting some damage into the Batchat. It does shoot there, and he does get spotted then, so not exactly clear, but more likely the Batchat. It was very close range there. Batchat took quite a bit of punishment there. And the Batchat's come back to the same position, and he takes him out. So again, that's a bit of the dangerous play, even though EBR Assassin came back to the same bush where he was spotted from. He's obviously got a lot more health to play with. It's sort of one of the tenets of light tank play, that you want to try and hang on to your hit points as long as possible, so that you're available during the sort of period near the end of the game where you can have a lot more lead influence. So just coming to this spot here, knocks over a tree to provide a bit more camo effect, and spotting at that Leopard 1. That Leopard 1 didn't spot him back. They may have noticed the tree going down, but nothing has come back towards him to indicate that that was the case. And keep pushing that Leopard 1 further back. His team's making some inroads, primarily at the top end of the map. They've got 3 tanks in advance, although their hit points are actually relatively the same. And EBR Assassin, I don't think he's going to get much shots on that Leopard 1. He's in a sort of protected part of the map, although he's got an Object 430U and an STB-1 with him. And his team are doing the right thing, dropping off the hill at the right spot to come in and push on the tanks that are backing off. So we'll get some support coming in fairly shortly. So anyway, it's a good move here to keep pushing up the map. Take the most advanced positions that you can. But yeah, things will slow down a bit while he's waiting for tanks to come in to a support position. Alright, the enemy have only got one heavy tank left. Alright, they spotted a few more of this FV. And he's starting to pick up some more spotting damage here, so this is a good move. Right, now the last enemy heavy tank's been spotted in the forest. And he's picking up the spotting damage, so clearly that was CBR Assassin's work. VZ must have fired and exposed himself. But now he's been taken out, so the enemy's now reduced to TDs, 3 medium tanks and 1 Arty. So he's taking this more aggressive position here, driving into the forest here to spot everyone out and try and get as much potential damage as possible. And the enemy's just starting to melt now. He's copping it from every side. He's been taken down to 117 hit points. Hopefully he's now dark. Can he get some more out of this? There's still quite a few tanks left that haven't been uncovered yet, including a Struve and the Arty that haven't even been spotted so far. So can he afford to push forward to the next set of bushes? Well, he does so quite gingerly. And a lot of blind firing going on. Yeah, I think, well, the leopards have both been taken out, so it's just going to be the FE who was in the middle and the Guerrilla 15 was in the middle. There's the Strip's been spotted now. Alright, so again he must have fired and then been spotted by EBR Assassin, so patience paying off there. There's the Minotauro. Although he's coming towards EBR Assassin. He's not been spotted yet, even though he's very close. He's going to get within proxy spotting distance shortly, so he's going to have to shoot and run and hopefully get behind the gun of the Minotauro, and that is the game there. So he's picked up in that very short space of time another 5,000 assisted damage. Great result. Alright, I've got the full detail here. He's done 714 of his own damage. That was 3 shots and got a kill with that. But more importantly, spotted 13,609 of assisted damage, including tracking damage. And it actually bounced 2 shots there, which was interesting. So that's given him the Scout medal and the Patrol Duty medal for getting tanks damaged by spotting and the total number of tanks spotted. So they're your main light tank rewards there, and that's also earned him the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. So let's have a look at the team score. Oops, let's just make that in the right order. Alright, so it's finished well on top in terms of base experience, 1239, that's a very good level for tier 10. Chieftain doing just under 3k came in next, and very closely followed by the Object 430U, who did a little bit more damage. And looks like the top damage there, 3490, was a Jagdpanzer 100. The enemy side, interestingly, Object 277 got the most EXP, but there was very little EXP on the enemy side. This sort of happens when you get an overall low response. The Leopard doing 3.8k, but obviously gave up a lot to spotting, and the FP 4005 also doing over nearly 3.5k, again for the spotting of others. So just a very weak performance by the enemy team overall. All right, so light tank economics, always really positive pretty much because of the sort of low ammunition use. So he only fired 5 shots, 4 of those hit, 3 of those penetrated. The important thing, of course, is the spotting, but in terms of payments, 58k for the standard amount, and the additional amount for battle payments, which is the clan side, and then mission payouts, which would have been for the holiday ops when this was done. And very low cost on ammunition, as you can see, and just the premium consumable we used, which was the food. So he's ended up a very nice profit of 114k, which is just outstanding for tier 10. Anyway, another great game there for EBR Assassin. He's a bit of a master in light tanks and also in other vehicles, but we always like to see his play. If you like the video, however, please give it a thumbs up. It does give it more visibility to people who aren't subscribed to the channel. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel and you're watching this, please consider doing that as well. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.